Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the 90210 show. My name is Mark. With me as always is my fiance Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Well, it's just been a good week here. It is November 27th, 1998.
It is.
1 year. It's going to be 2000.
It's a crazy thought, huh?
It is.
Like, a whole new century.
A whole new century, a whole new millennium.
Isn't that the same thing?
No. What?
Oh, no, the millennium's 1,000.
Yes. It's going to go from 1,000 to 2,000.
Duh.
It's a whole new thing, Carol.
Yeah.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
And yet, it's just one more day forward on the calendar from
From
1999.
December 31st, 1999.
Just saying, it's like, oh, it's this big thing, but it's not that far away. It's not like, yeah, it's a new millennia, but it's not a millennia away. It's like a year away.
Wow. You're so inspiring. Oh my God! If you ever got called to talk with graduates or whatever, you'd be like, "Yeah, I mean, you got a degree or whatever." It's like, but really, you only took one more class.
Oh my God!
You might as well not even think about it as being any kind of major accomplishment. Your lives are shams.
That's exactly right.
Congratulations, graduates. Anyway, these people have graduated high school and college, and now they're graduating trials.
Yet they're just as immature as if they were still in high school.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But we watched 90210. What was it called? Crimes and Misdemeanors or something.
No, that was last episode.
No, The Girl Who Cried Wolf was last episode.
Well, I don't know. That wasn't the name of this episode.
Okay. Law and Disorder.
There you go.
Law and Disorder, Carol. It was lawyerly and disorderly.
Yeah, so we get to finally see the court case.
Yeah, finally.
What?
It was talked about a little bit last episode. We finally get to see it.
I mean, I've been anxiously anticipating.
Really? It's been building up all season long, huh?
No, but it's been building up all week long.
Kind of like the millenniums be building up all 1,000 years.
That's correct. It's just like that.
Anyway, yeah, we get to see the trial. Her lawyer is I kind of recognize that guy. I think he's done lawyer stuff for them before, but I don't remember what. He may have, for all I know, he might have been the that first guy when Brandon got a DUI or whatever who helped him out. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. I kind of recognize him too, but I don't think it was from this show.
No, you think it was from a different show?
Yeah, like maybe he was on something else.
Huh? I don't know.
I don't know either. He just looks familiar.
Okay.
But this is the civil trial, not...
Well, there's nothing civil about this trial, Carol. Oh, got him!
Okay. No, because the district attorney is not prosecuting, so it's just a civil trial. But like you pointed out, there's not always a jury.
Not always, but sometimes. And in civil trials, juries don't have to necessarily be 12.
Yeah. But there was one this time. It didn't look like there was 12 this time either.
No, I think there was 7.
Yeah. So, did that mean the jury made the decision then?
Yes.
Okay. I wonder how they arbitrarily just choose how many people are going to be there for a civil suit.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm not enough into law to speak intelligently on it. I think whether or not you have a bench trial, which is a trial decided by the judge, or a jury trial, I believe is the it's somebody's choice. I think the defendant's choice or whatever. I think.
Okay.
But I'm not sure.
So,
or it may go by the crime being bandied about.
Yeah.
Or the amount of money. I don't know. $10 million is a lot.
It is. So what did you think of Valerie's lawyer?
Well, what we saw of him seemed fairly inept.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to see a lot of him.
No.
We see him at the very beginning. I mean, we basically open with the trial. And he's like, hey, did you get roofied? Yep. And there's evidence of that, right? Yep. Oh, they keep saying roofed.
Yeah.
Instead of roofied. So I don't know. Is that like a West Coast thing?
I have no idea.
But anyway, did you get roofed? Yes. Did you have sex with someone? Yep. Is that someone Noah? Yep. Okay, case dismissed. And then he goes and sits down. And then the rest of the time, all we hear is from Noah's lawyer.
Yeah.
Like she calls the entire gang up to like question.
One at a time. Not
Yeah,
the whole gang
No,
at once.
she says, all of you guys, like it's the 50s and it's a phone booth. Can you please all squeeze into the fucking, and I'll ask you answer simultaneously.
Right.
Obviously one at a time. But she calls them all up and it's like a montage of her being like, hey, did Noah fucking save David's life that one time in Hawaii? Yep. Did he fucking pay for the club? Did he bail David out of Hawk with a loan shark?
Yeah, did he do all these wonderful things? And then for Valerie, it's like,
Hey, are you a slut? Did you lie about things?
did you ever fake a pregnancy?
Yeah, all this shit. And the point is we don't get to see his cross-examination.
Yeah.
Because typically on it's damning when the prosecutor asks their questions, but if they're doing their job anyway. But the cross-examination is like the time to kind of fix that stuff. Like damage was done when the jury hears like, oh, Valerie's lied about this, this, and this. And it's like he should then come up there and ask questions to sort of clarify things, to give it more context, to make it seem better for his client.
I don't know how you make it seem better. Like, she had an affair with a married man and was blackmailing him for money by pretending to be pregnant. There's not a good positive spin on that. I think that's why we didn't see it. Even if we're supposed to believe it happened, because that would be a hell of a thing to write.
Yeah, it would have been a challenge for the writers, and the writers decided not to take that challenge in any way. But it's like, so it's hard to judge her lawyer because we don't see him do much.
Yeah.
And then we see him give his closing argument or whatever. His questioning of Josh.
Yeah.
Noah's brother.
Which, he's the only witness. So his testimony was pretty important.
Yeah, and he totally fucks Noah over.
Yeah. And the guy's even like, so who else could have put a roofie in her drink if not Noah? And then they're like, oh, objection, whatever. But, like, that's the one question he could have answered to save Noah's ass, actually.
I mean, I guess if he would have lied.
No, if he would have told the truth.
Oh, if he would have said it was him, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because, later we find out.
Well, we know it's him.
Yeah, but, okay. So, I don't want to say it yet.
Okay, so then talk.
So, the whole episode...
Red light, talkie time.
Hey, now. Don't be mean.
Okay.
Donna is really struggling with her pain pill and amphetamine addiction that has just sprung up over the last episode. Last episode, she had broken into her father's medicine at the clinic. And this episode, is that where she gets her first round of medicine, or does she get more from Josh first? I don't remember how this goes.
She goes to the clinic.
Okay. So she runs out of her medicine. She goes to the clinic, and she's like, she tries to get her medicine filled at the pharmacy first. And the pharmacist is like, can't help you, lady. First of all, they were closed, and she's acting like a psycho. Mm-hmm. Like, you've got to refill my prescription. And then he looks at the bottle. He's like, you don't have any refills. And she's like... He's like, you need to get a refill from Dr. Martin. He's out of town.
He's not, though.
He's not, but even if he was, like, what do you think is going to happen here?
The pharmacist is going to be like, he's out of town? Okay, let me give you 100.
Right. Like, what the fuck?
The pharmacist is like, look, I got to get to my kid's fucking birthday party. You took 60 of these in less than a week.
Yeah. He points out, like, there were 60 pills and it was meant to last you 2 weeks. It's been less than a week.
Yeah. So get the fuck out of my sight, he says.
It is not good. Like, that's an insane amount of pills to be taking.
Oh, shit.
Plus, she's mixing it with the amphetamines that she stole from her father last week.
Mm-hmm.
So then she decides to go to Daddy Dearest and get more pills.
Daddy, can I have more pills?
Well, first she's gonna like fucking break in like with a little crowbar. What the fuck was in her hands?
I think it was a letter opener.
Yeah, but
She was gonna jimmy the lock.
like insane. But instead, you know, her dad walks in and she's like, "Daddy, I'm in so much pain. I need help." And he's like, "What happened to the pills I gave you?"
I was taking him in the kitchen. I knocked them down the drain. He's looking at her like he must have seen drug dealing behavior or drug seeking behavior before.
Right.
I know he worked with a lot of rich old people or whatever because he was a cardiologist, but like, he must have seen it somewhere, even when he was an intern or something.
Oh, I'm sure. He definitely looked like he knew what was going on.
Yeah.
And she's like, I have all this work to do. I need to get it done. So he gives her, he's like, I'll give you enough for a few more days. Mm-hmm. Only take 4 of these a day. She's taking 4 at a time.
Yeah, she just fists 4 of them as soon as she leaves.
So that's not going to last her very long at all.
No.
But she does have a big deadline at work. Like, they want her to come up with she has 36 hours to come up with a whole line of, like, pajamas or whatever.
Playtime sleepwear.
It's kind of ridiculous. That seems like an unfair deadline, don't you think?
Yeah. I also think it'd be creepy to, like, the whole, like, designing clothes, like, sleepwear and shit for kids just seems creepy to me. I know someone's got to do it, but, like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Okay.
What do I want these kids to sleep in? I don't know. It just feels fucked up to me.
Interesting perspective.
I guess.
Who is this other woman she works with? Is this another, like, she was there apparently before Donna, but it seems like Donna's like above her somehow.
Well, yeah, because Donna came in with all the ideas and shit. And Donna's rich, you know, so like she gets to bypass a bunch of shit.
Of course.
But no, she's been there the last couple episodes. She keeps speaking up where she's like, "Well, I could do something," and Donna's like, "Fuck you, no."
Donna's like, "I will do everything."
Yeah. She really should delegate some of this shit, you know?
Like, this girl is just trying to help. And, like, Donna's so afraid she might show her up or have an idea that's better than hers or something. It's ridiculous. But speaking of ideas that are better than hers, though,
Yeah.
she's all strung out, so she can't work. She can't come up with ideas. And she steals this woman's ideas.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's awful.
Oh,
Like,
that's what I meant.
How do you get away with this bullshit?
I don't know, because she does. She presents the ideas, and the boss is all like, "You're a fucking genius. Every other woman in this office is trash."
And this woman, like, is just like, "You stole my ideas," and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
She won't even admit it to her.
That's so awful.
And she's like, "You did, and you know it." And she goes, "Well, why didn't you say anything then?" And she says, "Because then we'd both get fired, or one of us would get fired."
Yeah. Is she not confident that person would be Donna?
Probably not. She probably thinks like it would be her word against her, the other ones, and you know one of them would get fired, and she doesn't know which one. But I also think like she was basically saying like, "I don't want either of us to get fired. I want us to be a happy family."
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It's weird to be nice.
But Donna manages to get through her work thing because of the pills she got from her dad. Mm-hmm. But now she's out again.
Yeah.
So she's freaking out. She's calling Noah's brother Josh like he's a drug dealer.
The entire time he's calling her and he's like, "I'm focused on the trail, Donna. Maybe you should be focused on the trail, Donna."
Does he not realize that, like, he turned her into an addict?
Well, she was on her way.
Yeah.
But he definitely helped.
He pushed her right over the edge with those amphetamines.
Yeah.
Like, she wouldn't have been able to keep taking the pills at the rate she was taking them without the amphetamines.
That's true.
So he's like, "I've told you the last 10 times you called, I'm not a pharmacy." Like, what the fuck, Josh? Mm-hmm. So she gets...
Comes back and bites him in the ass, too.
Yeah. Well, she gets so fucking desperate. She breaks into Noah's boat and starts going through Josh's shit to steal his pills.
Like a goddamn monster. Like, she's tearing through it like a fucking, like a wild Wolverine.
Right? She's definitely acting like she's just, like, cracked out. Like, she is not okay by any stretch. Like, she's, like, worse than Kelly with cocaine almost.
Oh, yeah. But she finds the pills, and she also finds...
the roofies. With Josh's name on them.
Yeah, Rohypnol.
Like,
because apparently he was tired or he was having insomnia in Paris.
do you think he was having insomnia in Paris? Or do you think he pretended to have insomnia in Paris to get the roofies?
I don't know. Sorry, I know that just shut down all lines of communication. That's an interesting question. I think he probably just pretended because he's like, I don't know. He says to Noah, he's like, I can explain. I was having insomnia in Paris or whatever, and it's like, I don't know.
It seems a little convenient.
I don't know that they prescribe those much anymore as a sedative, and I don't think they prescribe them in the United States, which I think is why they had to go the Paris route.
I had no idea they were ever prescription. Like, I've only ever heard of them as the date rape drug, so.
Right. Oh, you thought they were manufactured for date rapists?
Well, I thought maybe people made them on the streets.
That's what the commercial says. For date rapists, by date rapists.
There you go. That is what I thought. But yeah, so Donna's just like, hey, because she gets caught going through his shit. And Noah's like, what the fuck, Donna? And she's like, you know what? Your brother roofied her. And hands him the stuff. And then walks out with the pills.
He set you up. Yeah, and she's like, I think she did that just as a distraction technique. Where it's like, hey, look at these pills, though. And then she really does just casually walk out so the other two can have a fight.
You know, it's crazy, though. Like, before we got there, like, the trial finishes up. And Valerie wins.
She does. She wins the $10 million lawsuit. Also, she wins the respect of the friends.
Yeah.
Because they're all shitting on her again. Steve and Kelly being the biggest offenders. And Brandon is once again being like, well, you know, I don't know. I'm sitting on the fence. And Valerie's pissed off. She's still mad about last episode, too. She's angry at all of them.
Yeah, understandably.
And then they all hear Josh's, like, testimony or whatever, and they're like, oh, fuck. Because Josh's testimony is essentially, it was me and Valerie at the bar, and Noah was behind the bar, and Noah gave her drink, and he swirled it around and gave it to her. And then, like, I took a phone call for, like, 4 minutes, and then when I came back, she had drank her drink, the one drink she had, and she was, like, falling all over the place, and Noah was taking her upstairs.
Yeah. I don't think he said she was falling all over the place, but she was going upstairs with Noah.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, what the fuck are we supposed to think happened?
Yeah, exactly.
So they all hear that, and they're like, oh, well, he fucking did it then.
Yeah. Like, why? I don't know where the doubt ever came in, but...
And then Kelly sits down and gives the most half-assed apology I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Especially as mean as she was. Yeah,
she's just like, so it must feel awful having everybody against you and all this stuff. And Valerie's just like, leave me alone, Kelly. And she's like, I'm trying to apologize. Like, how is that an apology?
And then she goes, I don't know how much clearer I have to be or something like that. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, she didn't say the words, I'm sorry, or I apologize. No. Or she just said, hey, life sucks for you, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
It was fucked. But,
oh my God.
But she does. She wins the $10 million. Mm-hmm. So that is what has occurred just before Noah and his brother walk in.
Yep.
And Donna's like, hey, your brother did it.
Exactly. Oh, my God. So, wow, can you imagine?
No.
He's so mad at him too, and he's trying to like choke him or whatever. And he's like, "You wouldn't go against the bloodline, would you? The hunters?"
He's like, I can't go to jail. I can't do it. I'll pay her off.
Right, exactly. He says, I'll pay her off. And then he comes to the house, and he's like, with Brandon answers the door, and he's like, "Hey, can I come in?" And he's like, Valerie goes, "No, you can't." And he's like, "Look, Donna found the roofies. It was my brother. He roofed you. And if you want to, pursue legal stuff against him, I'll be behind you 100%.
Yeah. I really want to know what is happening here at this point. Like, he hands her the roofies or whatever.
Right. So
presumably she can take those to the police and be like, "Hey, get Josh." But
she just walks into the police station like waving that around. "Get Josh!" All the cops are like, "We've been waiting."
But I mean, it doesn't undo what's already happened.
No, like, he still has to pay her $10 million, right?
And he still fucked her.
A case, yes. And that's the thing. That's what I don't. And this happens at the very end of the episode, so we haven't had time to process everything yet. So we don't know if people are going to be like, "Oh, okay, he's a good guy after all," like I don't want them to do. But he should pay the $10 million.
Yeah.
For what he did, that's fine. That's enough punishment. And then Josh can go to jail for whatever, for rape. And then that'll be justice.
I don't know. This whole thing's just so fucked.
But I'm not sure how they're going to resolve it.
And in the meantime, too, David is dealing with this stuff with his band.
Jasper's Law.
I don't like this storyline.
It's dumb.
It's weird.
Anything with David and music is stupid anyway.
It just feels very fake.
Remember when they wanted to be hip hop artists? They went down to the hip hop record place run exclusively by white people. By white people for white people.
Kind of.
It was White Hip Hop or Us or whatever. That's where Ariel was.
Yeah. So there's some new person in charge of the recording studio, the record label. I'm not even sure.
He's not in charge of the record label, but he's in charge of like their account, essentially.
Okay.
The one that was in charge before got fired.
And he's telling David, "Hey, we're only interested in you, not Jasper."
Yeah, fuck Jasper. You're the star. It's your song. You're the best. We love you. Can I suck your cock, please?
And David's like, "But it's Jasper's Law." And he's like, "But we don't care about him.
But we want David's law. We want Jewish law. We're not going to eat any pork for you, David."
So he somehow, like, I don't know, tricks David into singing a song by himself.
Yeah,
and
it's a real trick.
it.
He's like, "Hey, why don't you sing this song for me?" Okay. And then he's like, "Record this, please."
But David doesn't know he's being recorded.
No, he doesn't.
And then, like, apparently this guy then goes to Jasper and tells him that, like...
Listen to this. Listen to what David recorded. Fuck you. You're out.
And then he tells David that Jasper quit. But it doesn't sound like Jasper did quit. It sounds
Jasper
like this
says,
guy's...
"Quit my own band."
Yeah, this guy's just a big liar.
Yeah.
So,
which makes me think, like, why would you want to be in business with him?
Yeah.
Every time they're close to like some kind of big break in music, it turns out the record executive is an asshole.
Right.
And they have to choose morals over money. This has happened so much on this show. It's so dumb.
So at this point now, they gave David a car,
a Porsche for 1 week.
Like, what's the point of that?
To tempt him to be like, "Hey, this is what your life could be like. Why don't you bury Jasper next to all of Brandon's ex-girlfriends?"
Right. So I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I think
he's gonna go, like, he's gonna take Jasper's side or whatever.
Yeah.
He's gonna go 90% down the route of turning his back on Jasper, and at the last second he's gonna be like, "I can't. He's a friend."
Yeah. Which is stupid because the music industry is a very fickle thing, and like you got to go with it when it's hot and just do it.
He's gonna be about to go on stage dressed in that like gaudy Madonna-like outfit that Zach Morris was wearing in the episode of Saved by the Bell, where it was the Zach attack, and,
right?
It all turned out to be a dream he was having, but he was about to go solo because he had broken up the band because, I don't know, whatever, he went with that female manager, and Friends Forever couldn't stand it. Do you remember that episode of the Zack attack?
Yes.
Do you remember that like shimmering metallic outfit
it was
they
awful.
put him in?
Yes. He looked like, I don't know, like he was made of cellophane.
So David's going to be in that outfit about to go on stage, and then he's going to see Jasper in the audience or whatever, and he's going to be like, I can't do it. It's Jasper's Law.
Yeah, I feel like he's not going to go anywhere.
Jasper's Law sounds like a really horrible like TV crime show.
It does. It does not sound like a band.
Oh, my goodness. And then we end the episode with Donna dying.
She's not dead, I don't think. But, yeah, Noah goes to go talk to Donna.
Yeah.
And finds her passed out on the floor. And she was drinking wine on top of everything else. There's this glass of half-drunk wine, and the bottle of pills is just laying next to it all spilled out.
Yeah.
And she's on the ground, and he opens her eyelid and looks in her eye, and I don't know what the point of that was, but it's like that's what panics him. That's when he's like, "Oh, I gotta call 911."
It's because when he pulled back her eyelids, one eye said over and the other side said dosed. He's like, "Oh no, she's dosed over." Oh wait, I'm reading it upside down.
Oh my goodness!
Like a cartoon.
So I'm sure Donna will go to rehab because that's what everybody in the show does at some point. Apparently,
Yep. Everyone gets on drugs or alcohol or something.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Now it's come for Donna. Seriously, though, David, Brandon, Kelly, Donna now.
Yeah. Steve's the only one so far.
Yeah.
At least from the original cast. So.
Yep. Steve's Steve was in a psychiatric ward for a while, ranting about how he saw Angel's phase a bus through a garbage truck. But other than that, he's fine.
Oh, my goodness.
But that is the episode for the week, Carol.
All right, so you can write us at latefee1994@AOL.com.
Yes.
Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
Yes.
And share the tapes with your friends.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.